Good evening everyone from the Georgian Wildlife Garden. Just wanted to bring you a quick update. This isn't a full tour, but I have some rather exciting news, something we're going to go and have a look at just over the other side of that hedge in a moment. But I just wanted to start by showing you this beautiful plant that I have mown round in part of the main lawn area. Obviously I have the main meadow area over there, of which you will have seen in the last tour. Do check out the Georgian Wildlife Garden playlist, by the way, on the channel for more updates and previous videos. But I also wanted to show you this magnificent beech tree, which is now in full leaf, casting lots of shade. Beech is one of the densest trees in terms of shade that they produce or create. Absolutely fantastic. But look at that, it's actually flowering at the moment. If I show you one of the lower branches, if I can reach it, you can see those flowers, wind pollinated, so no need for insects. But this tree, along with the others, is doing a great job of keeping everything under here cool, keeping it all shaded in these rather unseasonably warm conditions that we've been having. One of the driest springs on record here in the UK, but the beech tree providing some well needed shade. It has dropped a bit today and yesterday, temperatures back down to sort of 13-14 degrees in the day. The rock geranium still looking absolutely fabulous. Sorry for the light, by the way. This is just a kind of an impromptu evening video. I just wanted to bring you a quick update because it's just rather special. So I'm digressing slightly, but what I wanted to show you is on the other side of the hedge. Now I've got to tread pretty delicately through this section. You can see one of the mown pathways goes off through there, but this is what we call, oh, and here we go. This is something that I haven't seen, that I've wanted to see, because it's flowering everywhere apart from my garden. And that is the first buttercups, and I'm excessively happy to see those. There is lots of buttercup in the main meadow area that is coming up, not flowering yet, so that's officially the first one. You've witnessed the first buttercup with me, just trying to tread in between them. It's not an area that I come to a lot, but if I go just this side of the ash tree, through these beautiful leaves of the copper beech, which are a fabulous colour now they've all come out, and show you through the back here. Hopefully I've not disturbed them. Let me see if I can show you some. Right, okay, there we are. Skimming over the field, you can see there is one of many swallows. There's at least half a dozen swallows that have turned up in the last 2 or 3 days. Look, there's 3 there going right, and they are absolutely loving the amount of insects. You can probably see in the foreground of the camera, or in the foreground of this shot, just how many insects are going past the camera lens. And it's mostly because, if I zoom out a bit, you can see this strip between the boundary fence here, through these nettles, into this longer grassy wildflower margin that has been left by the farmers, and I've been talking to them about keeping this strip unmown as long as possible. It's exactly the reason, or should I say the reason why these swallows are here feeding in abundance, is because of the insects lifting off this area that is unmown, that is absolutely just untouched. There's so many insects over this longer grassy area. Obviously in my last video, 10 reasons to not mow your lawn, was going on about the benefits of long grass and how brilliant it is, even if it's not florally diverse. And this edge is full of things like cutleaf cranesbill. You've got a little bit of rape in there from previous crops. You've got sow thistle. You've got what looks like pineapple mayweed. There's all sorts in there. Loads of nettles all the way along these edges for the veneted butterflies. full video to come on nettles and their importance very soon, so stay tuned for that one. But this quick video is just more about the swallows, which have, oh, there they go. I'll try and keep up with one or two of them for you. They're very, very fast. I can't tell what's swallows and what's insects. There's that many insects. So yeah, it's all about the swallows, which have flown thousands of miles from Africa to come and hunt over these fields. And over there, you might be able to see, there are some old barns in the distance behind the tractor, where I believe there's a barn owl or two nesting. There is also, no doubt, swallow nests. It's just so brilliant to see so much life over these fields. I know it's an agricultural field, but it's just wonderful to see. And not only that, the other day, a couple of days ago, in this sugar beet field here, I saw my very first pair of grey partridge, a bird that is red listed now in the UK. Not a very common bird. There's about 37,000 pairs in the UK, which sounds a lot but isn't. And on the far edge, if you can see, just running along there, just saw the white bottom of a hare. There are a pair of hares that live in this field as well, so I feel very fortunate to have those on my doorstep. Absolutely brilliant to see. So yes, there is lots of life here in Lincolnshire, and these field margins really are providing a wonderful hunting ground for the swallows that have been turning up. So just thought I would share that quick update with you. Thank you for watching. Obviously subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from this Georgian wildlife garden and my ventures and my jobs that I'll be undertaking to transform this garden into an oasis for wildlife. Not this garden you're physically looking at, that's not my land, but the garden that I have been custodian of now for just over a month, and I'm looking to create many areas for wildlife. So stay tuned, stay wild, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all very soon.